この力で役に立てるなら、私は私にしかできないことをしたい。
それにしてもなんだかややこしい状況になってるみたいね。
レイヤも何か恩返ししたくて。
ねえユミア、あなたはどうしたの？
私は知りたいんです、本当のこと。
Hello everyone, welcome to PSC Channels. Just stop with the game story and movie style format, perfect for your busy days. This time, we're diving into a new JRPG from Koei Tecmo, creators of masterpieces like Fire Frame. Get ready for the fantasy role-playing adventure with Atelier Yumia!
どこか懐かしくて、困っている人がいたら手を差し伸べられる人になりなさいと母は言った。友達を大切にしなさい。相手の気持ちを考えなさい。整理整頓をしなさい。よく学び考えなさい。そして母はいつも最後にこう付け加えた。自分自身で何が正しいかを判断できるようになりなさい。その言葉を繰り返し思い出す。あの時のあの行動は正しかったのか。何度も何度も記憶をたどる。
Yumia is an alchemist who joins the Aladissian research team. Working for the order of Yusdala Republic. Alchemy is a forbidden technique and allows manipulation of mana. The memories of the deceased transform into a magical energy stored in the land. Only the few like Yumia can use it, and she is permitted only to investigate the Aladissian Empire. Yumia discovers an atelier situated above the mana pathway and reports to her leader, Erhat. Requesting permission to salvage it, Erhat introduces Victor and his sister Isla. Members of the Aladissian survey team from Yusdala. They will observe and support Yumia in her alchemical duties. Yumia leads Victor and Isla to her atelier, believing it served as an alchemist base long ago, even before the great disaster of Aladis. Finding no immediate danger, she wants to explore further. Yumia plans to demonstrate alchemy to her team. They gather mana-infused ingredients and necessary tools. Then, Yumia creates a recipe from the memories within the mana to strengthen her alchemy core, reconstruct the ingredients, and create the magical item, her aided device, Flammy. Was also created by her mother's alchemy. Victor cautions Yumia about alchemy potential dangers, mentioning that the Aladissian Empire is said to have fallen due to rampant alchemy. But that's precisely why Yumia joined the research team. If no one starts, nothing will ever change. This convinces Victor and Isla, and they become interested in using magical items. Yumia hears the mysterious voice. Flammy detects some mana fluctuation but can identify the voice, explaining that his function is limited by Yumia's alchemical abilities. The group then explore around the atelier. Yumia gives Victor and Isla memory rings, allowing them to summon items anywhere. Most members of Yusdala Order dislike alchemists, making Yumia and her mother targets of gossip. Victor overhears them saying that monster attack are not the best, and they request the eradication of the monsters and aid for the bound. Upon their return, Victor reports their mission success to the research team. Yumia receives a scolding for using alchemy, which reminds her that in the past, her mother, who owned this Liessfeldt tool shop, was blamed for every distress because of alchemy. Erhat leads Yumia group to Mana Belt area in the Ligneous region. Mana is an essential energy source of daily life, but in Mana Belt areas, it's overly concentrated, causing negative effects on the human body. This started the Aladissian survey team for years, but now Yumia can help. Yumia shows a bottle of liquid mana, which can protect against concentrated mana effects. Victor expresses concern for Isla and his safety being in Yumi's hands. But Erhat asks them to trust her, and they head to Duke's Lighthouse in the Mana Belt area. Yumia remembers finding the atelier and seeing a large mana pathway connecting to the lighthouse. If mana flows through these pathways, it's abnormal. It accumulates above Aladissian mana belt areas. Major pathways like this exist across Aladis, and Yumia is like her mother Irene, aims to restore proper mana flow in these regions. This is her purpose in joining the research team. Exploring the area, Yumia discovers the mana geyser, the mana flowing from the earth and mana condensed crystals, which she can use for alchemy. Yumia creates a memories vial, an item to store knowledge, information, or memories. The group then arrives at the lighthouse, and Yumia uses a magical tool to open the rusted door. At the top of the lighthouse, Yumia's group finds a pedestal broken during Aladissian disaster, causing mana circulation failure. Yumia activates the pedestal using her power as a substitute for the damage. This helps control the mana flow, clearing the mana belt area. After reporting to Erhat, she and the research team members thank Yumia. They can now uncover the truth behind the Aladissian Empire collapse and explore the uncharted continent more easily. Erhat explained that the rune-like lighthouse will serve as the research team base now that the mana belt area is clear. She plans to secure these areas and branch out to expand investigation scope across Aladis. Yumia quickly helped the research team build a base using alchemy. Erhat provides Yumia with a pioneering plan, listing multiple tasks to achieve research objectives. Yumia first meets Vilma, who requests finding a village inhabited by spirits. Vilma explained that a small group of people live in Aladis with a legend called Harvest Deity, receiving mana. Spirits are one form of mana, believed to be avatars of the Harvest Deity. This village live alongside these avatars, receiving the blessing and prospering. Vilma's family descends from the Aladissian Empire, so these cultural beliefs are ingrained in her family. The group start gathering information from the local elder and explore an old riverside tower. Fabio received information from a magical tool found inside, revealing that the springs are connected to an underground lake, as someone heard many voices from there. Yumi's group returned to report to Erhat, who introduced Lick, an intel gathering expert. Lick heard the village is near the underground lake and wants to join the explorations. Yumia confirmed the presence of a circulator pedestal above the mana pathway there, similar to the one atop the lighthouse. Arriving at the village, Victor recalled historical texts calling it Arbor Botanical Garden. When Yumia successfully manipulated the mana flow on the pedestal, Flammy updates that the mana flow from the lighthouse continues north from here. Then, monster attack. Yumi's group explore the area and see the winged and two-legged monster creating a magical tool. Victor and Isa suddenly pursue it, and Yumi's wonder at their serious expression. The group can't keep up. Victor explained that he and Isla saw the monster cause the massive mana explosion in Jura, the Yustelian Republic, 3 years ago. It destroyed his hometown, so they joined the research team to fight his sworn enemy. Yumia also came from Jura and remembered that the magical tool made by that monster is an energy call, attempting to collect memory particles in front of Vanna Geyser. It's no Alchemy. Victor reported the monster issue to Erhat, admitting he can trust Yumia, knowing that the monster is related to Alchemy. But Yumi is honest about sharing information, and they faced same disaster in Jura. Erhat asked the group to explore Margot's Central Observation Stations, where Alchemy conduct research. The group accepts and head there. At the facility, Yumi successfully manipulated the mana flow on the pedestal. Fami updated that the flow from the lighthouse stopped here, meaning the mana pathway only connects to the north. Exploring, Yumi finds the memory vial. Fami read the record, which comes from many people who lived in Aladis long ago. The record details alchemists from the east collaborating on agriculture. Yumi is finding it unbelievable, considering alchemy carrying forbidden status. She succeeds finding more paths too in the further investigation. Yumi's group discovered runes, and Rutger, a member of the Order, appears, hinting he might have already taken something. On their return, Yumi tells Ida she became an alchemist to understand her mother's true intentions. Father ran the tool shop, but her mother made the tools. After his death, the shop was destroyed by the mana flood coinciding with concentrated mana spreading across Aladis. Yumi and her mother evacuated, but her mother used alchemy to save everyone and disappeared into the mana-bound area. Flammy was badly damaged there, but Erhat rescued her along with Victor and Isla. Yumi fixed the Flammy and learned alchemy from it, wanting to know why it can be forbidden and if her mother has broken any taboo. Back at base, Isla recovered a girl who brought back a memory vial of past civilization from the facility. Erhat asked Yumi to check its content and leads everyone to Relic Manager. Flammy read the record. It's an alchemist research document, which Yumi keeps to examine in detail. Rutger then joins the group, as Yumi is the only one who can activate the salvaged magical tools. Yumi invites him to her atelier. Victor discusses the next target, the Arbor Botanical Garden, where the mana pathway converges. Rutger mentioned obstacle blocking the approach to the Great Tea of Laughter, where a pedestal is located. They need more information from the Arbor in the northern forest. In the Arbor's village, the Arbors who have lived there for ages are unaffected by the mana-bound areas. Arbor reveals the secret path toward the tree, blocked by the winged and two-legged monster confronting it. Yumi is surprised it can talk and use alchemy. Its name is Vesper, and he claims to have done everything for his country, the Aladissian Empire. Vesper overwhelms Yumi's group, but Nina, another research team member, intervenes, forcing Vesper to retreat. Yumi successfully manipulates the mana on the pedestal, clearing the mana-bound area. Exploring, Yumi finds a memory vial. Flamme report its damage but share extract info about the mistake by an advanced alchemist and turmoil in the east. Iceland knows that Aladis' capital is in the east. They suggest reporting back to Erhat, but Nina stays for a special mission. Erhat hasn't heard of Vesper but acknowledges him as a threat. With most mana bounds already clear, their next goal is Aladissian capital. Traveling through the Sivas region, the group meets the Veleks, a tribe resembling humans with rabbit ears, who believes humans died out long ago. They forbid passage through Sivas without Claudia's permission. Victor asks to meet Claudia. In the Velek settlement, the group reunites with Nina. Claudia, the Silva leader, comes to meet them. She asks Yumia to demonstrate her technique for clearing forbidden lands. Yumia suggests a cathedral where a mana pathway leads. After clearing the mana bounce area with mana manipulation on the pedestal, Claudia is surprised by Alchemy and wants to meet Erhat, the research team leader. Erhat meets with Claudia and asks the group to pick up his mediator, Lenia. A Velek tribe member on the research team. After the meeting, Claudia speaks privately with Yumia, suspecting her family's tie to Aladiss due to alchemy. She demands Erhat and the research team keep Yumia's alchemy status secret from the Velek tribe, as they reject alchemy, which could cause internal conflict. However, alchemy is necessary to dispel the expanding forbidden lands. Claudia must solve this problem as the Velek leader, but revealing this secret would abruptly end her leadership and the research team investigation. Erhat agreed to let Lenia join as the mediator, and Nina also joins the group. Their next mission is helping the Veleks, who are in conflict with the Neru, a monster-like tribe. The Silva are short on weapons because their horseman is old. Yumia's group offers to repair the weapons for them and helps eliminate monsters intruding into the village. Finally, the Veleks reveal that they originally invented alchemy, but it collapsed to user humanity and brought calamity. Hence, their strict code forbidding it, and their constant prayers to repent their sins. The Veleks are known as the people of prayer. Claudia explained that the Veleks have worshipped the great power of mana since ancient times, performing prayer rituals in the cathedral. Legend says the Veleks could use alchemy, passing ordinary four-element magic. The emperor of the small nations of Aladiss stole it as his whole and spread it as an arts across the country, marking the beginning of Alchemist. The Veleks agreed to share information about the conflict with the Neru. Along the way, the group see azalea flowers native to Aladiss, which absorb nearby mana into energy-rich nectar, Velek's primary mana source. The amounts of azalea flowers within the Veleks settlement are small, so they must fight the Neru to seize their abundant nectar. The Neru mutate from monster but processing minds, are negatively affected by the Forbidden Lands. It's a battle over resources, and even after the Forbidden Land is cleared, the animosity remains. The Veleks give leftover metal to Yumia as thanks. While searching for more material for create a tool, the group see Erhat and the research team nearing completion of their base in Risiwa's region. After successfully creating a motorcycle and equipping Flammy as a driver assistant, the motorcycle speed up uncontrollably.
確かここ。
Yumia asks Erhat about Rutger's past. Rutger grew up as an orphan in poverty, so he sold his memory for money. A black market broker used an unknown technique to buy uncommon memories. The other in Ustella has been searching for this broker but found nothing. Humans involved with the broker suffered from memory issues, headaches, or hallucination. Erhat asks Yumia to look after Rutger. Yumia directly asks Rutger about his past. The broker asked the buyer, gave a jewel to the seller. The seller would think about the memories they wanted to sell, and the jewel would absorb them like a memory vial. The buyer would try to dispose of Rutger when the number of crummy memories people increased. Rutger saw his memory as usual, but the jewel poured so much information into his mind instead, overloading him and causing unconsciousness. Erhat then saved him while the broker disappeared. Suddenly, Erhat asked Yumia Group to find the missing Lenia. The Welex help collect her belongings, so Yumia can create a tracking tool. Yumia Group follow Lenia into the Neru settlement and learn she came to make peace between Neru and the Welex. The Neru will agree on one condition, bringing them as much Australia as possible. Yumia finds Lenia collecting Australia. Suddenly, the group is attacked by Lily Borea, who hold a grudge against Alchemist. They retreat and report to Erhat, who promised to strengthen the base defenses. Taking a break, Lenia shares her Flume clan's custom, embarking on the journey of adornment for their ancestors' sin upon reaching adulthood. This is why she wants to help people, but her clumsiness often failed her, causing her clan to leave her behind and accuse her of being a witch daughter. Joining the research team was her last hope. Yumia invited Lenia to join her group. The group negotiates with the Nerus again, who demands large amounts of Australia nectar. However, Yumia offers an energy generator as a replacement, planning to create one for the Welex as well. The Neru allows Yumia Group, except for Lenia, to meet their leader, Laurie. Laurie, aware of the research team goal, gives Yumia Group a memories vial containing a record of Alchemist and the Neru. Upon reporting back to Erhat, Flammy read the record. It detailed mutant soldier experiment by the Aladissian Empire, where Lily Borea, a female human, was equipped with the red crystal and transformed into a monster. The Neru were mutated by mana and were used in experiments, combining them with normal humans. The group decided to confront Lily Borea. Victor shared information from the two research team reports. The first detailed Lily location. The group needs to use an elevator in Neru territory, heading towards a stronghold on the cliffs. The second report, found in documents from Valtona Observatory, mentioned a key kept in separate former Alchemist base, capable of unlocking a room with highly classified information. Heading to the elevator, the group see Neru fleeing from the strong monster. Yumia enters and meets Corleones, a mutant whose goal is to restore Aladis. He doesn't stop Yumia's group from fighting Lily, warning that she is lost in rage. Yumia group confront Lily inside. After defeating her, she reveals that Basilic, the last emperor of the Aladissian Empire, who died centuries ago in the Great Disaster, is the one of the alchemists who caused the disaster. Now, he aims to restore Aladis using others for his selfish goals. Basilic has promised to return Lily to her normal form once his plan is complete, but nothing has changed. Suddenly, Corleones freezes Lily and both retreats.
ここで終わらせてよ。
困りましたね。あなたが良くても私が良くないのですよ。これにて失礼。錬金術師のご一行。 また会う日まで。
Yumia purify the mana bounce area and report back to Urhat. They move forward to the Aladissian capital through the Aroma region. Yumia solve a tower puzzle, opening a new path, and then report to Urhat to build a research team base there. Urhat gives a pioneering plan to Victor. Yumia sends mana pathway continuing beyond the Puriga tombs, so they decide to investigate there first. Arriving at Puriga tombs, the group encountered unique flora influenced by the mana bounce area, different in each region. They meet the Genie races, mutants who live in Atlantis for hundreds of years, who are surprised to see humans. They invite the group to their settlement and introduce them to leader, Kiki. Kiki learns that Yumia will help purify the mana bounce area, expressing relief that the tools used to live in the Aroma region would no longer be necessary. This tool is similar to energy core received from their master, Coriolis. Coriolis had given them tools for protection while living there, in exchange of tribute. Coriolis had transformed the journey from mere monsters and then commanded their ancestors to settle in Aroma. Jenny shows Yumia a particle vial, the tribute they gather for survival. They go to Blazeland to trade the tools with Coriolis. Lenny calls this place Radic Station, located in the Ramus district, one of Aladis districts. Arriving in Ramus district, a Jenny is offering a tribute but cannot explain the purpose of the memories particles. Taking a break, the group discusses their next destination. Lenny suggests the mana transposing furnace in the south, as its name may be related to Alchemist. The core of the furnace is broken, so you may fix it by getting Styrium mineral. Styrium can distort mana flow by either concentrating or dispersing it, making it component in mana-related device. An entrance appears, and Yumi's group goes inside, finding a memory vial in abandoned research base. According to a memory vial, the Recollection Cocoon project gave birth to homunculi, artificial vessels of life. The second generation were empty imitations, but the third generation possesses unique personalities. The researcher dedicated the wisdom of this experiment to Basilic of Aladis. After the record ends, Yumia wonders about Basilic's purpose in conducting these experiments. Exploring the base, Rutger asks Nina to reveal the truth about herself, but Coriolis intervened. This bed is his, and he's surprised to learn that Nina is homunculus, a human created through alchemy, the first generation stolen from Aladis. After he retreats, the group report back to Urhat. Nina accepts that she is the homunculus created centuries ago at the Aladissian Empire by Marina Friede. After awakening, Nina was forced into endless experiments. Marina, unable to bear it, escaped with Nina and other like-minded alchemists, hiding in a lab in the Legnas regions. Their peaceful life ended when Aladis fell into disarray due to conflict and internal strife over secret experiments, coinciding with the mana disaster. Their lab was engulfed by the trees growing with mana influence. Nina tried to save Marina, then her memories went blank. She wakes up again on the shore in the present-day Ustella. Nina believes she was gravely injured in the collapse, and Marina placed her in a treatment casket for rescue. a device using mana manipulation and regulation, which was submerged for centuries. Nina decides to find the cause of Aladi's destruction and what happened to Marina and her friends at the lab. She doesn't know more about the Recollection Cocoon project, but suggests checking on Commercial District for more information about past civilization. Arriving there, the group finds the entire city collapsed, unlike Nina's memories. A memories vial detailed that the market supply of homunculi decreased due to resort allocation adjustment. After record end, Nina believes the real cause was Marina's escape and related enterprises ceasing to function. Homunculi, supplied as unquestioning laborers, accumulated memories throughout their lives, which could be collected and reused as mana after their deaths, making Aladi's civilization function conveniently under the system. Nina explained that Marina created her as a replacement for her daughter, also named Nina, transferring her daughter's memory into Nina. However, it remains separate from Nina's own memories. They were never the same person. Nina asks to join the investigation, and the group gladly accepts. Nina suggests checking on the research lab in the Legnus. In the Legnus woodlands, Yumia finds a memory vial left by Marina, but Coriolis snatches it, challenging Yumia to show her power on Perrica terms before retreating. Nina suggests climbing the giant tree at Ramus Radix station. According to a memory vial there, collapsed underground facility exists which remains usable as an elevator. A passage in the lab connected to the elevator. Yumia activates the elevator with alchemy. The group confronts Coriolis atop Perrica terms. Coriolis tries to freeze Yumia and separate her from her group. Then, a mysterious man intervenes, throwing her into an underground lake. Yumia hears a voice in her dream and awakes to find she'd been unconscious without food for 7 days. After Yumia fell, the mysterious man and Coriolis told the group to return to Perrica term and retreated. The group found Journey pulling Yumia unharmed from the legs. Reporting back to Earth, Yumia prepared for the next investigation. Lady noticed Yumi's unusual mana and suggests asking Claudia. Claudia explained that Yumia was pushing her mana beyond its limits excessively, drawing it from the environment, including her own memories. This indicates a high skill in mana manipulation similar to Rutger's. However, Yumia was unknowingly losing pieces of her memory. Rutger advised her to trace back her oldest memories to try and recall everything. Yumia then realized she has forgotten every event with her mother. Those are the memories she has been using. Yumia is a little shocked, but her love for alchemy is strong, and she decides to continue her journey, believing memory manipulation is important for both the past and the future. After a short break, Erhan asked the group to continue their investigation into Vesper and Coriolis' group. The group discusses how to destroy an ice wall, and Yumia suggests turning Styrium into a bullet. Returning to Frederica's room, the group confronts Coriolis. Yumia's Syrian bullet shatters his eye wall. When the group overpowers Coriolis, he used the powers of an experimental energy core to continue fighting, but ultimately loses. Nina asks Coriolis about the Recollection Cocoon project purpose. He insists on reselecting Aladiss, explaining that the project allows them to create infinite bodies. As long as memories remains, alchemy can resurrect everything. Their way of atoning for causing the disaster. Coriolis believes that as long as they process their lost alchemy, everything will be accomplished before he vanished. Yumia purified the mana box area and find a memory vial record about the Emperor personal team's third failed test of the almighty memory vial. Storage capacity had increased, but the data playback had degraded. The goal was to develop a high-capacity storage for recording and preserving all of Aladiss. The possessor will wield unparalleled military power. Yumia's group also find a bottle of particle and agree to reveal the truth behind Jenny's tribute. Another memory vial, belonging to Marina, was recorded during the mana disaster. Mana density was extremely high everywhere. Marina moved her base to safe location to protect every clue of Alice's rune, hoping to understand the cause of past mistakes and build a better future. Yumia realized this safe place may be the locked door in her atelier. Using Marina memory vial, the group entered Marina base in Atelier and finds another of her records. It details her investigation of the likeness and Siwa's regions, noting unnatural mana fluctuation around pedestal in each area before the disaster. As the pedestal were under the Empire control, she suspects a cover-up for an unknown purpose. She had to end her investigation and leave the continent, hoping someone in the future could uncover the truth. Her final words were for Nina, apologizing for creating for her own selfish reason and wishing her to live her own life, not just Marina's daughter's life. Yumia decides to stop Basilic Pan of Resurrection Aladiss and uncover the truth behind the disaster. Richter suggests to investigating the capital, the last of Aladiss' 4 regions, called the Laguna region. On the way, the group finds a mana pathway directly supplying mana to Kalumna, the capital. In the Laguna region, the group finds only an empty field. The city is covered by an invisible wall. Nina is surprised because the old capital in her memory had no such wall and should have been destroyed by the disaster. Yumia suspects it had been rebuilt. Nina recalled that something about the current Kalumna feels different from the past. Reporting back to her hand, he allowed exploration why the research base is built there. Nina suggests exploring Laguna Castle and the first Imperial Laboratory. The party heads to the lab, which is clearly visible first. 3 towers surround it, functioning as a power supply. Yumia controls them to open the gate and find a pedestal, also called mana circulator inside. She performs purification, but the mana area remains, leading Yumia to wonder if the mana is being controlled from somewhere else. Lenny sends the mana flow from the control tower in the Imperial Graveyard District. The group meets Vesper there. He has gathered memories to reselect the fallen brethren sleeping here for his majesty world, claiming it is a mutant duty. Vesper has a voluntarily taken mutant form, born into a famous alchemist family, but lacking alchemy power. Then he retreats without a fight. Nearing the mana controller, the extreme mana density drives the group away. Exploring the area around, Nina finds her childhood home and the theater hardware repaired. However, the theater site is different from the past, so she suggests checking inside for the possible connection to Basilisk. The entrance was also partially repaired. Yumia's alchemy power isn't enough to fix the giant structure. But Yumia manipulates the chaotic mana and can read memories from the theater. The group learned that the culprit has used a secret passage from the concealed building, sneaking into the theater, a place for national administration. Yumia's group heads to the council building. Going to the tower via the secret passage, the group finds the grave market basilisk. Rutger discovers an entrance behind the grave. Inside, the group confronts Lily, who obeys Basilisk's order, hoping he will restore her human body. After the group defeated her, she disappears, dropping an energy core. Yumia uses it to enter the extremely mana-bound area and perform purification. Entering the final gate in the graveyard district, Yumia's group finds a mana circulator used to control the mana flow in the district. After purification, the mana density in the graveyard vanishes. Isla wonders if Basilisk is truly still alive or if someone was using his name for Aladissian resurrection. The group continued exploring and reached memory from the control tower in the administrative district. These memories show when the city people realized that individuals were being confined for experiment in the empire, and the city fell into disarray. In Aladissian's final days, an alchemist rebellion led by Marina caused further disorder. A captured alchemist confessed that he obtained a secret passage blueprint in the council building from someone. The interrogator threatened to extract his memory for more efficient information. Yumia group entered the council building. Yumia performed purification on the circulator, seizing control of the administrative district. The group ponders what led to Aladissian's downfall and report back to Earth to continue their investigation in the laboratory. Inside the laboratory, Flammy read the lab memories. It was when Basilisk came to see the progress of the Almighty Memory Vial production experiment. They had requested assistance from research labs in other regions, but collecting data from all of Aladissian was taking too long, over half a year. Basilisk ordered them to record only technology and knowledge. He needed the Almighty Memory Vial full to fill people's memories within recollection cocoons, using homuncular vessel to revive the dead. Yumia realized that the restoration of Columna is based on Basilisk's memories, meaning the city people is less important than the theater. His ideal nation's resurrection is driven by selfish motives. On top of the lab, Vesper went at a circulator. He enhanced himself with the energy core, but gets defeated by the group. Victor and Isla can now clear their minds and move forward. After Yumia performs purification, Laguna Castle appears. The group go inside to confront Emperor Basilisk. The group find many large memory vials inside. Flamir reported they contain war records. A neighboring nation alliance had formed and declared wars against Aladissian. Their forces were 10 times the size of Aladissian alchemy, and mana were urgently needed to counter this, so the production plan of the Almighty Memory Vial began. Experts suggested utilizing the mana circulator installed in each region to extract and collect citizen memories across the nations to accelerate the plan, eager to see when the Almighty Memory Vial reached maximum capacity. The group realized that the Basilisk was the one controlling the circulator, causing the unnatural mana fluctuations. He had proceeded with his plan without proper preparations and lost control, causing the disaster. In the hall, the group see many cocoons filled with basilisk bodies, homunculi, serving as a vessel for transferring his memories to prolong his life. Finally, the group confronts Basilisk in his throne room. He insists on resurrecting Aladiss to its past glory, but Yumia refuses to allow him to use alchemy for his selfishness. Replacing what was lost is impossible. The group overpowers Basilisk. He then enhances himself with the almighty memory vial and transforms into a mutant. Yumia is about to be attacked, but Flammy shields her, taking heavy damage. Flammy's memory grants Yumia power as Irene's final wish, to protect her daughter. Flammy is lost forever. Yumia stands again and performs purification on Basilisk.
Flammy, Yumia のこと、どうか。
フラミ、失ったものは取り戻せない。でもそこから得た思いはこの
When the basilisk disappeared, the almighty memory vial returned some mana to the Atelier. After reporting the end of the basilisk investigation to Erhat, he delivers the final report to Yustella. Some of research team continue cleaning up the mana bells area, and some stay in Aladiss to investigate more of its mystery. Yumia isn't sure if people's will of alchemy will change. She decides to destroy the almighty memory vial, deeming it too dangerous even for Alchemist. Victor will return to Dura to rebuild his hometown. Isla will stay to help clear up the remnant of the basilisk's actions. Erhat asks Yumia and Nina to accompany him. They will have to work under government observation. Rutger will continue his journey, and Lenia will return to her hometown. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more movie-style game story. We covers everything from classic RPGs like Final Fantasy to the latest mobile and MMO. Life busy, so we keep games short and sweet. Get the story without the time commitment. Quarter of the time, all the fun. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.